you're going to get scrutiny both on and off the pitch,
Yeah.
especially online. The internet's full of lots of full factual information, but also some incorrect information as well. So we've got some statements here, and basically we want you to confirm whether it's WikiLeaks or WikiLies. So is it fact or fiction? I'm going to go first, and Ali McCoy is going to ask the next one. Here's my one. In 2014, you surprised many with a move to Toronto FC. You joined the club despite the fact you hate flying. The Canadian city is over 3,000 miles away from London. Is that true? Do you hate flying?
Wow, that's lies.
You don't mind flying?
But I wouldn't say, but you know what? I wouldn't say that's lies as in like, I love flying. But obviously there was a time where, I think it was Paolo Di Canio's fault, to be honest. I don't know if I told you the story about Di Canio when we, just quickly. So I was a young lad at West Ham, we're playing against Liverpool, first game of the season. We're on the plane at Stansted, just about to take off. And then Paolo jumps up and he's at the back of the plane and he's screaming in Italian, and he's sort of like, get me off the plane, get me off the plane. And you can imagine as a young player, you're thinking, what is going on here? Like this stuff don't happen in the youth team sort of thing, right? But I know that Paolo Di Canio is Paolo Di Canio, legend and all that, the best player. And then we had to sort of like go back to the terminal. We had to, obviously, I think it was, who was it? Was it Paul? Someone had to literally drive him to Liverpool. So he got off with his bag, had to drive him to Liverpool, obviously for the game the next day. But what sums him up was, obviously, so we obviously played Liverpool, got a penalty in the game, and at the Kop end, and he put the ball down, he just chipped it past Dudek. So it was just unbelievable. But that's probably why. After that, I was just like,
was there any reason he did that?
it was unbelievable. We were just about to take off, and he just started screaming.
Oh,
And he never gave it, like, did he see something?
No, he just. I remember. I think he was saying stuff like, no, stop. He said, I can't fly because he hated flying. He said, no, I can't fly. He said, in a car, if I had a problem in a car, I can just pull over. I've got a wife and kids. No, stop.
Oh my goodness.
Mate, if I got Trevor Sinks in there now, he will tell you. And it was the funniest thing. And I was only young at the time, so I thought, oh my God. But
you stayed on the plane.
And I stayed on.
Jermain, wait, I tell you, mate. I play. By the way, what a player Paolo was. Used to play against him, Celtic regular.
Special.
One of my favourites. Anyway, I think he was doing it at West Ham at the time, and I was doing the match of the day on a Saturday night for London.
Yeah.
With Des Lynam, right? And there was an instant, and Paolo went down in the box, and Des comes to me, and I'm sitting there with Terry Venables, and I said, okay, I said, that's never a penalty. I said, he's went down easily there.
Yeah.
I thought, I'm not saying he's dived, but he's went down far too easily there. Anyway, didn't think any more of it. I'm up at 7:30 to catch the first flight back up to Glasgow at Heathrow, right?
Who'd you see?
You don't need to tell you, do you? Right? There's a queue for this Alitalia, and it's right next to the Glasgow shuttle, right? And I've walked in, and he sees me, right? And he's, Jermain, I swear to God, he's screaming at the top of his voice, hey, McCoisty, you crazy, Paolo no dive!
Is that what he did?
Oh, I swear to God, he's screaming at me. He's screaming at me across Terminal 1 at Heathrow. And I'm going, aye, okay, Paolo, I might have got that one wrong, you know?
It's crazy. I remember we played against, quickly again, we played against Leeds at home, right? Yeah. So when I think about it now, I think the lads used to wear their own clothes. So I remember he had these tight jeans on. Everything he wore was really tight, but he could dress. He was proper. So he's walked in, and then what happened was he was injured. So he went to Italy for like 3 months. So I think it was like it might have been me and Les Ferdinand was playing anyway. So obviously he's Paolo Di Canio. He walks in, he expects to start the game. Glenn Roeder was the manager. And then I remember Glenn, the flip chart, he pulled the thing back and he showed the team. And so Paolo weren't starting. He literally just went, he got his wash bag and he stood up and he went, Paolo Di Canio, don't sit on the bench. And he walked out. I'm sitting there in my chair like this again, thinking, "Wow, what am I seeing in that?"
God, that is amazing.
But you know when you see something like that, but it's just like it's obviously it's not good in that, but you love it sort of thing because it's just
hilarious.
Like, what a guy.
Oh, right, Jermain, my thing is my switches just went down. But I've got another question for you, mate.
Okay.
It says here that a couple of years ago you went fully vegan and you're also teetotal. Is this true or false?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Good for you, mate. What made you go fully vegan?
Do you know what it was? I remember just watching all these sort of documentaries, and it was, I think when I was at Sunderland, to be honest. I remember watching these documentaries, and I'm always one of those people. I always ask a lot of questions. So I'll sit down with a doctor, and I'll be like, Doc, what can I do to, I don't know, improve this, or what can I do to improve that? I work with there's a nutritionist called Matt Lovell who's unbelievable. I've been working with him since I was at Spurs, and I used to sit down with Matt for like 10 minutes. Matt, how do I improve on this? How do I improve on that? It could be like little things, but just getting that 1% and stuff. And I just thought, you know what? I'm not eating meat. I'm not going to eat meat, fish or anything. And I tried it. Obviously, it was difficult because it's so hard to just wake up one day. Yeah. I'm not going to eat meat or anything. And I managed to do it for a little while, but right now I'm pescatarian. I've not had meat for like years.
Yeah.
But I'm pescatarian. I'd eat fish and that. But that's probably the reason. I just wanted to try something different just to see how I felt.
Yeah. And it does make it, because I do veganism as well. Like, and I don't do it all the time. Like, I'm not days. Like, just certain days. Like, for the majority of the week, I'll try and do it. And I swear to God, it helps with this
amazing.
Show. Yeah, because you get up so early.
I'll definitely need to try it. Because I'm like a pterodactyl, man.
On the subject of food, we've got one more for you. As one of the only survivors from Lasagna Gate.
Oh, man.
And I'll enjoy this one.
Oh, man.
Apparently, you tried to warn your teammates about the pasta because it smelt bad, but none of them listened. Is that true?
Probably is, yeah. Because I'm fussy.
No.
My mum always says to me, "You're so fussy, blah, blah, blah." Like, I was at my mum's yesterday and I said, "Mum, I fancy a little bit of pasta," because I went for a run. I fancy a little bit of pasta. She got the pasta. I said, "Mum, that's not whole wheat. Only whole wheat pasta." She was like, "Okay then." Just such a diva sort of thing, and then she takes out the sauce, but you know the sauce that's in the it's ready made sort of thing. Mum, can't you just make like fresh sauce for me?
Oh my God.
She can do it and that, but obviously time consuming. It's just like, oh my God, he's so fussy and that. But that day I remember, I probably did say to the boys, you got to be careful with that. And obviously they had the lasagna, and then I think it was about 7 players. About 7 players. I remember waking up in the morning and the doctor phoned me early. JD, are you okay? I was like, yeah. Like, why are you calling me? You're the doctor. You're obviously not picking a team. You're not telling me I'm not playing. I was like, it was strange. And I came down for pre-match and that, and then I saw Michael Carrick and a few of the boys, and you could see them. They were just obviously struggling to eat. You know, big game, last game of the season, and then just that lasagna. I don't know what happened.
So you dodged it.
I dodged it,
and you were absolutely fine. That is, oh my goodness, you could have saved the whole team if they listened to you.
I know exactly. They should have done.
talkSPORT Breakfast with Laura Woods, Monday to Wednesday mornings 6 till 10 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.